Ceri Jones.
Good to meet up, Owen.
Likewise, in the heart of Cleda.
We met up by the Galway Weir. We parked up, and then we walked over now to the Cleda. Where exactly are we now?
We're down in the Cleda Quay, where the locals call it the Bankeen, which is the start of Nemo's Pier. So it is. You're looking out here into the Corrib, into the lower. This is the start, the lower end of the Corrib, which flows into the sea.
Yeah.
You look up there towards the town, Spanish Arch, long walk to your right, Wolf Town. You're the Cleda Quays. Here out in front of you, 2 quays.
Well, the sea's behind us, but how far are we from the weir here, you'd say?
We're about...
Less than a mile, isn't it? You see the actual cathedral, the top of the
We're
cathedral.
about just over maybe 1,000 metres.
So do you live in Galway?
Not at the moment. I'm fortunate for all my sins to move to Mayo, beside enemy lines. But for over 40 years I lived in Cleda. Lived there years ago with an ex-girlfriend one time, and I fell in love with the place. And I said, if I ever got the opportunity to move to Mayo, if I got a chance, I'd move up there.
Yeah.
So things happen in life, and things go on at home, people in their ways in life, unfortunate circumstances.
Was it an hour?
45 minutes. So I said, I'm going to Clemaris. With the work I do, the flight time, I can go either left or right. Rivers-wise, you have the Moy up the road, you have the Eriff, one of my favourite places.
Yeah.
45 minutes, 40 minutes. Galway Weir, my stomping ground, 45 minutes.
You were
so
saying
you're not far from Corbermask either.
You were saying you were originally from here then?
I'm born and bred here.
You were actually saying we can see your house where you were born there?
Yeah. Born and bred.
So when did you actually first cast the line on there?
10 years of age. With my late dad.
Did he fish? Your dad,
yeah?
Yeah. He taught you to fish, did he?
Yeah. He showed me basically fishing mackerel at the time, so I wanted to progress more. And he was talking to the late John O'Toole, another Cleda man, and he spoke to John about showing me down to fish the Bankeen. So John took me aside with him. So I did down here in the Bankeen fishing for sea trout. And we would start fishing here in February for sea trout. We were getting silver browns, we were calling, but they're actually slob trout.
They would stay in this.
Oh, they stayed in the estuary.
Yeah.
The slob trout. But at the time, before we actually knew what the real name was, we were calling them silver browns. It's the local name. Oh, we got a silver brown. I got a silver brown.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was funny. And later on years, we used in the actual word for which was slob trout as we know them.
Would they run up then into the lake? Or would they always stay here?
They always hung around next and they hang around up in the river, up as far as we used to get them.
I've never known all the years I've fished it, almost 40 years. I've never had a sea trout from the loch.
But there's sea trout up in the Lough Corrib and in the river tributaries off the Lough Corrib.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've caught them up in it.
So how was your season been this year?
Poor. No.
I think everyone has, really.
No great numbers of fish. I got a few fish, but they're hard earned. The best day I had was 5 on the 29th of June in the Weir.
You had 5?
I had 5 landing, yeah. I kept one, I put the others back because they're beating too small. I just go, come on, put you back, give you a chance. Put them back. I kept one decent fish. So I did.
Would they be bigger beginning the season? Or they put the same all the way through
They're
again?
average and so they were. But the runs of fish aren't there. They're gone. They're not there anymore.
What size of fish were they then?
They're averaging between 3 to 6 pound this year, so there was a few good ones caught.
Yeah.
8, 10 pound fish. There's a couple of fish over 10 pound caught. But they're very, very far between.
Yeah.
It's the worst year in my living life. I was thinking 2012 was bad. And 2012 was tough. A lot of fish came back underdeveloped. Same in 2011. And the grills was good, but the springers are poor. But this year, springers was a washout.
Do you stick to the weir itself, or do you still fish some of the other stretches?
I still fish other stretches of Galway. I come down here home in the quiet, in the dark, fish down here in Cleda. So I did the fish the Weir.
The Weir is like world famous, isn't it? A number
Yeah.
of times, you know, you can just stop on the road and look over and see, not necessarily see salmon, which you occasionally do, but you see the anglers always there. When was the first time? Do you remember the first time you fished?
I do, yeah. I was just gone on 16 in the Weir.
Yeah.
And I was the late Jimmy Small. There's a little timber, only little timber hut beside the fishery. There used to be a building there you could hang your fish. You're walking down the lower rail and fishing the hill. And then you come to the catwalk, what's there. But what's there is the new catwalk. There used to be big tow boards on it. So when the spring floods would go down to a level, they would put the tow boards down. And that was funny when it rained, because you're walking like someone on the moon very, very, very slowly.
Yeah.
Because they're slipping and sliding the tow boards. Sometimes there could be rotten, there could be a board there where there'd be a hole, so you know which one you'd have to miss. Take a wide step. But the fish were numbers.
Did you catch that day?
Yeah, I caught 2 fish.
Did you, on the first day of the year?
I caught one on the spinner and one on the fly. Jimmy showed me around there, and he showed what to do grand. Then the late Dave Lennon came in. He's passed away the last three years. Dave has 4 years, and we're very, very good friends.
Did they teach you to fly fish, or did your father fly fish?
My father never fly fished. I learned it off a guy up in High Bank, a guy called Kevin Gill. He's still fishing Kevin Gills. He fishes Lough Corrib and Lough Maskers. And he showed me how to fly fish, how to fly cast. So he gave me the encouragement of seeing guys who could fish on the fly, and I had as fun as it. But you're actually fishing with an artificial fly. So from there I got hooked on the fly. That was 4.5 years after when I started fishing.
Because I remember you were saying when we were walking here now along the river, certain areas you were fishing the bubble floats with flies. Do people still do that now? Was it allowed?
They do that for salmon. A few guys was left there fishing at the moment. Honestly, to fish the fly below the bubble.
And that's in difficult areas really where you can't really get out to, because you said there's some holes there you wouldn't be able to get out.
You're up in the height, so we get the bubble or a torpedo float. You nearly try to hit the wall objective and go down. And you just barely wind across, and you hook one after another. Sea-troll, 4 sea-troll every time. We haul across the river, and the bailiff that was there at the time, he's passed away now, the late Joe Mullery. Joe would be on nights, so Joe would flash a light across us. We climbed on the wall, and Joe would guide us up along the wall with the light. That's what I used.
So you'd fish for the sea-troll at night as you would in Wales?
Yeah. And we're using the same patron of flies as Wales. And we were catching, each angler was catching 100 a night. Or you could go during the day. If you wanted, you get 100 a day. There's phenomenal, like salmon fishing, we go to get 60 to 100 springers. So I would. Grills still, I get 300 to 400 grills. And come the sea trout, right, with ear in the ear, and come the grills, come the sea trout, I'd be catching 2,000 to 3,000 in a season. That'll be top of the salmon.
So you mentioned, the salmon, the sea trout and the slob trouts. Is there good trout fishing, brown trout fishing in the River Corrib?
There's a few, not many. There's not much in it. It's mainly, they'll mainly be off, say, the slob trout and sea trout. There's a few brown trout, but not many. A few brown trout that does get washed down through the Weir gates.
All right.
At times you'll often get them in the Weir brown trout. That's we maintain, because maybe the River Corrib behind the Weir gates, you will get big trout in it. We maintain they might get cut out if they go swimming in there to be sucked down, washed down. That's we our own theory to it. I watched it before, where those gates being opened up and there's trout lying and the gates opened up,
and you
seen them being pulled down. So you cut, and the trout was scrambling, they couldn't get out down in the wind.
So your passion is the river. Do you ever fish much on the lakes, or you're more of a river fisherman?
One time my friend Michael Costello, who taught me how to tie flies, he tried to convert me to the lake but didn't win. It was a battle. Lake is nice, it's okay, it's a break from the river. But I found it as an out and salmon angler, I found it very hard to sit down in the one spot where you're drifting. I want to be on the go. It is nice, don't get me wrong.
I've never cast a fly on the river here in all the years, nearly 40 years I've fished it. I do love just being out on the drifting boat,
But the last way the seasons are going now, they're on the salmon. and spend a lot of time on trout fishing as well. And
Is
go
it?
back to the trout fishing.
Yeah.
So
What is your best salmon to date from
my
you?
best salmon is 18.5 pound.
Is that from the Weir?
No, that's something real clear.
River Clay, oh yeah, yeah. And what did you take that on?
Fly. That was in 2009. I had 100 springers that year, and I had 98 springers in 2008.
Oh, you couldn't quite make the 100, no.
Not 98, I did 99.
Wow.
Like I was averaging 40, 60 springers up to that, so it was, but it just gone down.
How many times do you like to get out a week?
If I get out one, I'm doing well, because time flies most days. And looking after other stuff as well, like my own life, my own house. And but if I get out once a week, I'm doing well.
You do guiding now, do you?
Yeah, I do some guiding.
And that's just for here, is it?
You know, if people want me to guide up in the Mire or other rivers in the Earth, I do a lot of guiding there as well. And people want me to guide or bring them out.
That's when I saw you last, a couple of months ago, wasn't it?
Guy, Belgian guy is Jeff Demir, Mark.
On your birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's right, I remember, yeah.
There's a lot of water that night.
Well, we're sitting here now, actually. It's not just you who's here. We've got somebody who's really quiet, and that's your dog.
Ranger.
We haven't heard not a sound from him. Do you take him fishing with you?
I do, yeah. Up to Salmon Weir.
And how old is he?
He's nearly 6.
Nice to have a companion as a dog, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the best good friend you can have.
You mentioned your tie-in. You're probably known to more people about your tie-in than the fishing because you do a lot of the shows, don't you?
Yeah.
Are you the next one? I think is the next one. Oh no,
Yeah,
no, October. Yeah.
Irish
The
Fly
Irish Fly Fair. You're going to that one, yeah.
Yeah.
What are the shows you do during the year?
I have to be 2 or 3. It varies. This one, it can vary because if you've Holland and on in Belgium, you're doing fairly 4. So yeah, I was in Holland, where I used to live for nearly 5 years there last May.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I lived there for almost 5 years. And I was 6 months and 9 home, and then I was almost 4.5 up in Maasluis in Rotterdam. So there's a harbour town off the port of Rotterdam.
Yeah.
And I'm well known over there. Even before this fishing thing kicked off, I was well known in Holland.
So when you're not doing the shows, you actually you tie full time.
Personally, very much.
Most days. I ask all the tyers this. What's your preference in your vice?
Find the vice to suit you.
What is yours?
I use 2 vices. One for travelling is easy to take apart, is that anvil. And I got one that was made by Paul Smith. It's a copy of the Lough vice.
Oh yeah.
That's what I like as well. But I always tell people, don't buy a vice because it looks fancy or it looks cool. Buy a vice what's going to suit you, well, first of all. And then what kind of flies will you be tying? What's your biggest output of flies? Even though you might do an all-round fly, but what's your biggest output of flies or types of flies you're going to be doing and size of hooks? Buy a vice that will do that work for you. And then if you have to do a bit of salmon or a pike or something else, then you can work around it, so you can. But buy something that you're going to be happy with, suit you, and you're going to have the maximum output on. It's only a 40-pound vice. If that suits you, go for it.
Yeah. When do you start tying?
I've just gone on 16.
Or around about the same time you started fishing the Weir?
4 years afterwards. A little 4.5 years afterwards.
Are all your clients you tie for, it's just salmon flies?
The salmon flies mainly. But in the last, since COVID, I found a lot of them have gone back to trout fishing.
Oh yeah.
And saltwater fly fishing. So the orders have changed. So they have.
Yeah.
Some came to be there during the year. I want some lock flies. Yeah, where are you going to? Told me what they wanted. I said, yeah, I don't have that material, but can you buy for me? Because if I have to buy it, I have to buy in bulk and a couple stuck with it. Right, so they do that for me. But the rest, most of the time, I had the materials there, so I have, and the hackles. But it's changing because the way the salmon runs have changed. People want to be out now fishing and catching fish. If the hook and playing fish, they want to be doing that. They don't want to be going rivers there, staying hours in end, and or days and might get nothing. And they're bringing their kids with them. So they want the kids to be fishing as well. Because I come from a last generation, the last old generation of my generation that's fishing. Everyone in Galway at that time, every parish I won a fishing rod.
Yeah.
Now, if it had been to the same day 40 years ago, you and me would walk down the river. Everyone would be walking to some parts of canals with rods in their hands. You don't see today.
Do you do more tying in the winter then? Or is it a lull where you just...
It can be patchy, so you're always trying to have all your orders in during the winter. So right now, get them all in during the winter, get to go fishing. It never happens.
Yeah.
It never ever happens. And people say to me, get all your orders in there and get your free summer frame. I said, yeah, I'd love to. That's why I just select the weir, do all my fishing mostly in the weir. Regardless what's going on, I'm in the weir that day, that's it, I don't care what's going on around me. What orders are there, I'm gone to the weir.
What would you, if someone told you, right, what's your top 3 patterns for fishing the weir? What would they be?
Willie gun, green highlander, and maybe here in Mary or Stowe Sail.
I guess the size of fly would be depending on the water.
Yeah.
Have you been to any of the rivers abroad?
No. I'm planning to go to Iceland next year. Fish with Ernie Schoolerson and his father Schoolie.
All right, yeah.
I know them from over the years, from the British Lifer.
We'll start saving then.
Yeah. But they're lovely guys, so they are. But I fished in my right, I fished the Arlough. I fished the Blackwater, I fished the Lee, so I have. I fished the Field. I fished the Mourne, yeah, like that again. But one of my favourite fisheries in Northern Ireland is Carn Road, the River Ban.
I don't know those. I know the Erif, I pass the Erif often.
Yeah, I have fished the Carn Road River as well.
Have you any goals for this year? I know there's only a month left, or 6 weeks left.
Well, I am praying now the water temperature, the air temperature will plummet down, so I can get to go fishing down the weir. Even that one last throw, if I can get to throw in the weir. The only way I can bluntly describe it is, I'm like a dog that can't get at that where there's a bitch in heat, I can't get at.
But the water levels are good. It's just the temperature.
If you're enjoying this podcast and want to listen to more, please consider becoming a Patreon, where you get weekly podcasts and access to over 200 episodes, plus behind-the-scenes photography and other exclusive content. Visit patreon.com/casting with Ceri Jones. Plus, if you fancy booking me for the day's guiding on the Corrib, give us a shout or visit thecorrib.com.
I fished for years with Ned Cusack, especially in the last 8 years or so. After I transplanted, I fished with him a lot every Wednesday. And we're fishing away, we'd always be getting our quotas. And that was one thing, we'd go get your quota. Ned was 100, the same year he was 100. And myself, Eamon, his son, Jimmy, his son, and Ned himself had trainers with 40 tags. And we're all scrambling over tags that year. So I was looking, Ned got his fish, and I was looking for the priest to kill the fish. Here he said, it was my walking stick. It hasn't killed a 100-year-old man yet. There's some characters he was. But a lot of those guys are dead now there, that taught me how to fish. David Linton, gentleman, he showed me everything about the weir. Mike Costello, who's alive and kicking, who taught me how to tie flies. I was going around looking for someone to tie me flies that time. Nobody was showing me. He's like a hush secret society, it was like. And I was buying flies, losing flies, then I was getting flies. Look, can you copy that for me to this, that's too heavy. Can you tie down to this for me? And that's what I was up against.
Do you know what, when I came, I think it was about 6 weeks ago probably when I saw you last, because I came out of the office there at the weir, and I just been looking at, there's cameras there, isn't there? You can see, and they're all at the corner there, piled up in one area, the salmon waiting to go up. And I think, no doubt there are hot spots on that weir, and it's just a case of just keep going over those hot spots, I guess.
Yeah, and go down. A lot of people make the expression, oh, the bridge. Everybody wants to run the bridge. Everybody wants to run ahead of you. I let them off. I fished away from top to bottom. So I missed no.
How does it work? Is it split into two, isn't it?
From the 1st of June to the 20th of July, there's 3 shifts.
3?
Your first shift is from 6 o'clock until 1 p.m. The second shift is from 1:30 to 8:30. Then from 8:30 to 11 o'clock is the fly only session. And after the second shift in the afternoon, from 1:30 to 8:30, you have a break after half hour. Give the river a break. Give the river a rest. It's been pounded on morning with flies, prawns, or spinners if the water's too open, it gets more. It's been given a break.
Do anybody fish it with a single hander?
Yeah, I do. When it's low.
Just with a certain height, I guess, yeah.
These what you saw today of the gate you saw in the Weir, they go down one gate, one single rod. And it's a place that you don't take for granted. I fished all over the country and I met guys who fished all over the world. And I was in the river more one day, or by the bay, and I found it safe. I was flying up and down through in flood of water. And the guy said, be careful where you walk, it's very, very dangerous here. That's okay. I said, I'm from Galway, I fished to Galway. Oh, I do that once, never again, they nearly killed me. I nearly killed myself in it. But I said, it's not to take for granted. Just over 3 years ago, I took a turn down there.
Did you?
Yeah. I was walking out to where I was in the morning time, but I can't go any further because the water's got up more. The one gate, but every gate coming over. It's a very high gate, nearly equivalent to 2 gates of water. And I was wading up through in the middle of it the whole morning. So I came up in the last hour and a half, myself and Rocky boarded it. And myself and Rocky said, we'd rotate the fish pass in the rock because the others wants to be down the river. So I was well in. I didn't go where I was in the morning because there's too much water in that. Staying, level, nice calm water. If anything did happen, either one of us, we catch it or, because we're in the camp. And I walked out again. I just put my left foot down. Rock went flying underneath me and boom, I hit the water belt right down it. I got my wading staff, fired my rod in as far as I could. That's the first thing you know, fired it.
Into the bank?
Right in as far as I could. Goes with the current cutter, but it jammed it. So I got this wading stick, pushed myself in. I shouted out, Rocky! And Rocky caught me. So he just gripped the rock and got me out. But it's not for, I often say things on social media, not for greenhorns, and I mean it. It's not for jokers. Like I'm there
a wading staff is a must, mind, isn't it?
Yeah. I always recommend, don't spare the money in the wading stick. Buy yourself a Sharps of Aberdeen, the heavy one. That's a lifesaver going to the Weir alone. Any river, but especially the Weir.
Nice heavy one. Yeah.
It's a lifesaver. Like, if you go down there in springtime, especially spring, you can't get off far. But you might have one gate and your gate's coming over. That's a strong gate. That's a heavy gate. That's a strong gate. Like, look at the one gate there, open people say, oh, that's the easy one gate. But they need to know what to look at in the river, what rocks are exposed. They need to see what's exposed behind the Weir gate, what's coming over, the strength of it, the equivalent of it.
Yeah.
And that's the mistake people make. They want to go out in the middle of it, where it's not suitable to go out in the middle of it. We can go down the side, right, to a certain degree. We're only maybe a quarter way out, but we go down with I fish mainly spear lines most of the time. So I'm firing out that big 63-foot head spear line with a 10-foot tip, total 73-foot. It's compulsory now to wear a life jacket in the Weir.
Going back to your fly tying, I see you got an AirX shirt on. So what does that entail? You're a pro tyer for them, are you?
I'm an ambassador of AirX hooks. I'm with them since 2019. I was approached at the British Fly Fair, my second British Fly Fair at the time, so I won the tyres and Italian tyres. And they brought down Storm and Flare up to me at the show, got me up talking to them. And so, yeah, I was talking to you through email and said, would you come on board with us? I said, wait, but I need to try out your hooks at first. I don't want to just get a shirt off you. It's my name in the day. I said, okay. So gave me the hooks, tried out the hooks, happy with them, and I kind of gave them a review and my feedback on the hooks. On different rivers, I fished them, I tested them on the Weir, and I tested them on the Erith, because that's a spade river. It goes up and down, changes, which is widened. So you'd be using there, one particular day I was using 3 different sided hooks. I used the progressive, I used a standard, then I went to another beat, I went down to the HR42, was a different tip, the third hook they have. So I had classic hooks, which are lighter for summertime.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I was using them and getting fish with them. So I came back with my feedback to them. And I said, yeah, come on board, G. And with them since. They're a great bunch of guys, and they're great hooks.
Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed the chat. We eventually go around to doing it.
Yeah.
One more question. Where would you want to be to make your last cast?
Galway somewhere. And God forbid I die in the morning, folks, if you're listening to this, and if I ever decided to be cremated, you can put my ashes down through the Galway.
If you've enjoyed this podcast and want to listen to more, please consider becoming a Patreon, where you get weekly podcasts and access to over 200 episodes, behind-the-scenes photography to go with each episode, plus other exclusive content and prizes. To become a Patreon, visit patreon.com/casting with Ceri Jones, or you can find the link on my website, castingwithcerijones.com. That's all for now. Tight lines, and may they always be up in the wave.